I'm here with the executive director of the Michigan Music Awards, Matthew Rose. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me. And I am here with Olivia Van Goor. What should we call you? The best Detroit jazz vocalist? Or
I humbly accept a Detroit jazz vocalist trying to do her best.
Well, I will say that she is the best jazz vocalist in Detroit.
You're so sweet. Well, we're here. We're doing a dual interview. So I'm going to ask you some questions.
Okay.
And you're going to ask me some questions.
Sounds
Maybe
like
go
fun.
back and forth.
Yeah, sounds like fun.
And I thought we would just enjoy some tea for this cozy interview.
Absolutely.
All about this. For me, I'm talking about this Christmas album. And for you, you're talking about the Michigan Music Awards.
Yeah. So
you want to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Since we've got this beautiful album sitting here. So
Perfect.
Tell me what inspired you to want to make a Christmas album of all albums? Like, why would you want to make a Christmas album and release that?
I think every singer has wanted to, first of all, right?
Yeah.
But I've also gotten asked that a lot.
Yeah.
So when someone asks me, I've always thought, okay, well, I'm going to do that sometime. And to be honest, I had a different project for this year planned.
Okay.
And then some things fell through and the ideas, it just wasn't formed yet.
Yeah.
And I thought, what a perfect time to just make the Christmas album because it's evergreen. I will have it forever. Yep. And it's something that I've always wanted to do. And the cool thing is that the things I wanted to accomplish with the other project, writing originals, creating stuff that I really felt had a lot of integrity and really showed who I am as a continually evolving singer, actually happened with the album.
Yeah. That's awesome.
It's not just a cookie cutter Christmas album, as you heard.
So real quick, speaking of the original songs, how many of the songs on this album are originals, and then how many do you have that are
I'm counting
traditional? I guess you could say traditional Christmas songs.
Right, and even the ones that are covers are not traditional.
Gotcha. Okay.
Other than I would say the first one, which is Silver Bells.
Yeah.
I wanted to get anyone in with the one that we all knew, and then hit them with all the ones that they don't know. But I wrote just me, 3 of them. And then I collaborated with other musicians on the other ones. And then the pianist on the album, Mike Harrison, wrote one and gifted it to me so generously. Cool. I said, it's like the best Christmas gift ever. Awesome. Track 4, Mrs. Mistletoe, is such a good song.
Absolutely.
You love it.
I was listening to it on the way here. Like I told you before we got started with all of this here. I'm driving over here and I've got the music playing and I'm listening to it, and it took me to another place and I just wasn't paying attention, and I drove right past your house. And I'm
Which is great.
Whoops, I need to turn around. Let me turn this off for a minute and focus on where I'm supposed to be. So
I don't blame you. That song is so good. But okay, to answer your question, 3 complete originals and then 3 collaborated songs, and then the one that Mike wrote. So 3 plus the math. 7 of them are not like Christmas covers.
Gotcha.
And then even the Christmas covers, I think are some of the underrated songs that we know, most of them from movies.
Yes.
Which we can get into later when I talk about like how the album came to be. But that's what inspired me.
Awesome.
All right. I want to ask you a question.
Oh no.
Okay. And actually I pulled up your questions, but I need my questions. All right. This is the easy one.
Okay.
Do you have a favorite holiday tradition? It's okay if you have multiple, but what's the first thing that comes to mind?
For me personally, I'm Sicilian, so I have a big Sicilian family, and for years and years and years growing up, we would have a huge family get together, a family Christmas, usually a week or 2 before actual Christmas Day. And it'd be, the grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, everybody. And excuse me, my grandfather, who he passed about 5 years ago now, he every single year without fail, he'd go to a local bakery on the east side called Bomarito's. Best Italian bakery in the world. Oh, you have got to go. Okay. Do you like cannolis?
Of course I do. I'm human.
Best cannolis on the planet. And that is one of my favorite holiday traditions. Is it was a joke in the family that when the cannolis come out, don't tell Matt until everybody gets one.
Sure.
Because like I loved it. That was my favorite part of Christmas with the family, was getting those cannolis. So, now that I'm living on the east side now, so I can go to Bomarito's anytime and get those cannolis anytime I want, but I try not to.
Yeah.
And
you want it to still have that Christmas nostalgia.
Exactly. So I save those for Christmas, and I still try to get them for family, even though we don't have the big family Christmases anymore. But
isn't it crazy though how like eating something will bring back memories? For me, my version of your cannoli is the Terry's chocolate orange.
Yes.
Yeah. Those I thought they were just Christmas snacks. But they're not. No, really? You can get, they're not like, I looked at the box and I swore that it always had like a Christmas design, but they still have them like for regular, but I'm like, no, this is a Christmas treat. I always, my dad and I shared it. It was under the stocking every year. Still is. Santa brings them. That's awesome. And that's my version of that. That's awesome. But that's a great question.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, my phone locks on me very quickly, so I apologize. All right. I guess this kind of piggybacks on the favorite holiday traditions or whatnot, but what is it? And it doesn't have to necessarily be a tradition, just anything. What is it that you most enjoy about the Christmas season?
Similarly to when talking about the nostalgia, just bringing that, the rest of the year as adults, we're like trying to, live life, deal with the hard stuff. And it's hard. And I think every year it's a reminder of childhood, like whimsy, excitement, fun, family, like all of those things that mean so much to me, which is why I included a lot of the movie songs on the album. And not even strategically, that's why I did it. It just happened to be that way because that's what reminds me of Christmas. And I love all the movies that I chose from are Believe from the Polar Express, and then 2 from Rudolph. Rudolph was like the fave. So Silver and Gold, and then There's Always Tomorrow, and then 1 from Santa Claus is Coming to Town, which is the tune Put One Foot in Front of the Other, which was always a staple in my family as well. And just being reminded of childhood. Another reason that this album means so much to me is the dog that's on the cover is my 14-year-old dog that I got when I was in 8th grade. Oh. I know. So sweet. I know. And he's really bad at taking pictures when we need him to. And it just and it wasn't even planned. He was walking by.
Really?
Yeah, this is at my parents' house.
That makes it even better.
I know.
That's amazing.
So, yeah. Very, cool. Very nostalgic.
That's awesome.
Okay. My next question for you is about the Michigan Music Awards. So I know you could probably talk about this like full length, but in short, what inspired you to create it and establish it?
All right. As short as possible.
Yeah.
So everybody's heard of the Detroit Music Awards. They're a staple in the Southeast Michigan area. And they, for whatever reason, there was a kind of a lull in their awards. And I just kind of was hearing some rumblings about it. So a friend of mine and I, we sat down and we were talking about it. And I was just like, there's this hole here now where the DMAs used to be. I don't know if they're coming back or not. So why don't I fill this void? And on top of that, like the idea started to grow from there, where it was this award show, but not just Detroit, all over the state of Michigan.
Right.
And then it grew from that to being, okay, well, we'll have this award show. That'll be the pinnacle of what we do all year long. But the main focus is going to be building community, creating connections, bringing people together that are trying to get into the business, have been in the business, or even people that are just looking to get involved with different genres for different inspiration and things like that. Just trying to bring a whole community together to help each other, where it's not so much me against you.
Oh yeah. Which is built in to Michigan.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think some people will still start their career here like I did and have this preconceived notion that there is that, I would say just negativity and like people are going to be against me.
Yep.
And then I had to slowly realize by being in the community that that's not the case. but to have an organization where that is like the pillars of it is an even better, like asserting like, yes, it's true.
Right.
The rumors are true. We're nice here.
Right. Right. If you haven't been, don't judge. Just come see us. And,
absolutely.
And just all in all, just nothing wrong with Los Angeles, nothing wrong with New York, Chicago, Nashville, great places. But
I'm not leaving here.
Don't leave.
I'm just going to say that. Yeah.
It's good. We want
great.
You to stay.
Yeah, everyone is doing great.
Yes.
Everyone can belong there. But yeah, I don't want to leave. Awesome.
Right. Well, good, because we'll keep you. We like having you. All right. Let's see here. Okay. So I guess we kind of talked a little bit about a lot of these songs aren't necessarily traditional Christmas songs. Some of them are a little more obscure, I guess. Would that be the right word? Regardless though, like how did you approach like reinterpreting them and making them into your style? Because they are recognizable, these songs, they're recognizable as holiday songs, but there's that obvious Olivia Van Goor jazz feel to it. So how did you twist those and make them yours?
Well, it I think is a process that just you as an artist try with every project, with every endeavor, with every gig, with every, this and that, you try to name what is your sound and what isn't. And then by naming these things, and when it comes time to create a project, then you know what devices to bring on and you know what sound you're already going for, because it's not like an abstract thing. It's an actual word for it. So when I seek out to create something that has my sound, I'm thinking jazz tradition between like 1950 or 1940s, 50s, 60s. I'm thinking of singers like Sarah Vaughan, like Ella Fitzgerald. I'm thinking of arrangers that, I think I'm thinking of arrangements of songs. All my work outside of, gigs and stuff, I'm studying these singers. I'm studying these tunes, these songbook songs that are in the popular culture or were, especially back then. There wasn't so many songs like there is now. So you have a backlog of standards that there's dozens of versions of it, and you get to study literally, how did this person interpret this song? How did this person interpret this song? Down to the feel, down to the, note choices, down to the harmony choices, all of that. And then I slowly have picked out things that I like and things that I don't like, and kind of like my classic moves and stuff like that. And that's my sound. But then my sound also changes depending on who I'm playing with. And the three musicians on the rhythm section for the record really shape and fill out all of those holes. So it's not just, I would say, a classic Olivia Van Goor sound, but we have Mike Harrison on the piano. It's a classic Mike Harrison sound. We have Ruben Stump on the bass. It's a classic Ruben Stump sound. And Dave Zwolinski on the drums, classic Dave Zwolinski sound, with integrating with all of these people. And I can even hear that in the original songs. The one that kind of sticks out from the bunch is the one I wrote with another singer named Ellie Martin. And her songwriting is like out of this world. She is such an inspiration to me because I can just hear how her imagination is limitless when she writes. And I wanted to capture that, but also still have it be this collaborative thing. And I think it's cool to see how with her, my sound did change a little bit, but I do still feel like it maintained the integrity of who I am and the choices that I tend to like. And I mean, essentially, the long story short, it's just, this is what I like.
There you go.
I made the music that I like.
Yeah, there you go.
And I didn't make the music that I don't like.
and that's the way it should be. Make the music that you love, because I think we've mentioned this before starting the filming, that like people can tell if you're being authentic, or if you're just kind of just doing it, just trying to, well, I think this will sell, so let me try this. People will sniff that out
100%, which is why every record that I've done so far, I feel like just brings me closer and closer to that. Like, I mean, even as humans, like, we have to continually be real with ourselves of who, what, why are we doing something? All the time I'm checking myself. And then on top of that, trying to not fall down all of the traps in this music business and set up everything to work, in my favor. That way, when I do make something, it is the closest thing. But obviously, in the back of my mind, I am still thinking about those things. I'm just trying not to let it affect the music part.
Of course.
Of course. So, awesome. Okay. So a couple of my songs are from movies. And I want to know what your favorite Christmas movie is.
I have to say just one Christmas movie. That's my favorite.
Okay. What about if 2 or 3 come to mind, you can also list those.
So right off the bat, very top of my list, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I love that movie. Everything about it, beginning to end. Love that movie.
Do you remember when you first saw it?
Honestly, no.
Yeah. Have you seen it like a lot? So I
see it. Well, first of all, I see it every year.
Yeah.
Every Christmas,
That's
I watch it at least.
For me.
Yeah. Like, so you watch it like every Christmas you have to watch it.
Yes.
Every year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll watch it 100 times from November 1st to December 31st. So, and then even outside of that, I'll come across, I go, I'm going to watch that because I love the movie. But I love movies in general. So that's why it's hard for me to kind of just pinpoint one. If I had to keep it to one or two, I'll say that one for sure. And then A Christmas Story. Yeah. It's iconic. Everybody knows it, whether you love it or hate it, you know the movie.
Yeah.
It's
great.
It's just, you'll shoot your eye out, kid. And then the lamp and just all of it. It's one of those movies that,
they don't make movies like that anymore.
No, they don't.
No,
absolutely not. And it's sad.
I love the quirky ones too.
Yeah.
I love all the classics that have the pretty ones, the songs and stuff.
Yeah.
But my favorite quirky Christmas movie is the Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
Yes.
I love that movie.
I love
they don't
that
make movies
movie.
like that. And I love every sequel from it. I love Santa Claus 2. I love Santa Claus 3.
Listen, I am gonna admit something, and I hope it does not come back to haunt me later.
Exclusive.
I cried watching the Santa Claus.
Really?
It's just this father trying to connect with his kid, and they finally because he's Santa. Yeah. And it's just, I don't know. It just was awesome.
The Christmas spirit is in all of us.
Yeah.
You never know when you're gonna wake up and be Santa.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I love that.
You're gonna find a rose such a clatter in your front yard.
All right, that's awesome.
All right.
Okay, what's next?
Yep, sorry, lock phone again.
I'll take a sip.
So I know you've mentioned this a lot, and I apologize because it was a question I had, but you've kind of already
answered it. Oh, perfect.
So I guess I can try and throw a different question in here, but I will jump to this one first.
Okay.
Even though I guess this might have been kind of like a closer question, but that's fine. What do you hope listeners of this album will like feel or take away from the album during the holiday season?
So I have a couple answers with that. The kind of funny answer is that with everything I do, I'm trying to sneak in like jazz elements, musical elements that aren't in current music or just evoke that are our themes and musical ideas from jazz that I love, as I'm trying to sneak it in so I can be a gateway for this music, because it is just obviously it's still well known, it's still doing great, but it's no longer like the most popular genre of music.
Right.
And I find as a singer, sometimes I'm able to make that connection. I've heard many people after a show say, I've never really been to a jazz show and I love it. And I'm just like, okay, great. Now you're going to go check out Ella Fitzgerald and go check out Sarah Vaughan, Anita O'Day, Mel Torme, and then come back to me and we'll talk, or even just the current, jazz musicians that are not, the most famous celebrities of the day, which is a good thing, I think. But also we want this music to succeed. We want the records to sell. We want it to be recognized for all of, the hard work and musicality. So that's like my kind of sneaky thing that I want people to take away. Maybe they'll come to a jazz show. Maybe they'll go to a club. Maybe they'll check out some other music because of it, because it won't feel as like threatening. And then yeah, personally, I was just hoping that people would feel all of the warm and fuzzy feelings that I feel with this music. And I think so far people say they feel it. So
I'll tell you, me personally, I wouldn't consider myself a jazz enthusiast. Mm-hmm. I like all music. No, but seriously, like I have unfortunately, and I'm very upset about this, I unfortunately have not had the chance to actually come and see you perform.
OliviaVanGoor.com.
But
/shows.
Yes, I will be there. You should come too.
Yes.
But I am going to make it a point to come and see as many of your shows as possible, because so just listening to this record, I admittedly, I use YouTube Music. I don't use Spotify and all of that stuff. So I get in my YouTube Music and I type in Olivia Van Goor, and there's a song that came up, and I know we're talking about your Christmas album here, but I do have to say, I am a very big Michael Jackson fan. And I love, there's a song I love, one of my favorites, and you redid this song. And made it your own. And it literally gave me the chills. And I was sitting with my fiance, and sorry, I'll tell everybody that the song is Human Nature.
Yes.
And I'm sitting there, and I asked my fiance, I was like, do you like jazz?
Yeah.
She was, yeah, I like jazz. And I know she doesn't like Christmas music. So I was like, well, let me play something for you real quick. And I played that, and she was like, wow. I go, do you recognize the song? She goes, that's a Michael Jackson song. Right. I said, absolutely. She goes, who is that?
Yeah.
I go, that's Olivia. She goes, Olivia? Like, the Olivia you're going to see on Sunday? I was like, yes, that Olivia. She's like, oh my gosh.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I'll just say you kind of hit the nail on the head. You said you wanted to be that gateway.
Right.
Well, you are for at least one person. You're that gateway. Yes. So I am going to check out some of the other artists that you've mentioned.
Yeah.
I would love for you to give me too, like, if you can give me other Michigan jazz musicians.
Absolutely.
I would love to check them out.
Oh my God. And I'm constantly finding people because there's such a rich scene. And when I say like the genre of jazz, I obviously represent like one very specific type. Sometimes people just throw on the label vocal jazz because it already evokes this similar style. But even within vocal jazz, there's a whole bunch of stuff. And obviously within jazz, there's a whole bunch of stuff, which is like, it's just because genres are labels and it just generalizes things. So there's so much that I want to keep discovering as well, and genres within the label of jazz that I want to get it more acquainted with. But I absolutely will send you some recommendations
I
because
appreciate that.
And maybe I'll link it I'll link some names in the description. But that's so wonderful. You guys should come out to Cliff Bells on December 18th. Because that'll be the same band as the album. We're going to do the whole album and then some other stuff too.
Oh, that's awesome. So, absolutely.
I would love to. We'll make it happen.
Yeah, I'll put it in the calendar. Make sure I'm there.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I would love to know about your team at Michigan Music Awards. And you don't have to list everyone. I know it's a full community, effort. But like, especially you said you were chatting with someone about it, which then maybe created it with them or who were the integral parts, especially at the beginning, or even who is your main, like the people who have been really helping with everything going forward, or just, who comes to mind?
Okay. So at the very beginning, it was just a conversation with me. And like I said, it was a buddy of mine who is a recording artist, a singer and songwriter. His name is Brad Stewart. He's been doing music and touring for many, many years. He's been in different places in the music industry where like when he was younger, he had, a major label come to him and want to sign him. So he knows how the major labels work. He knows what it's like to do it independently. And he was the one that came to me and said, because he at the time when we were talking about this, like I said, he's been in the music business for a while. So he's got a lot of people that he knows deeply rooted in the Michigan music scene. And so he basically was like, I think that this idea that you have to fill this gap with the Detroit Music Awards and whatnot, and to just kind of bring this community all over the state. He's like, I think it's an amazing idea. I've heard people talking about wanting something like that, but nobody knows how to do it or wants to do it themselves. He's like, you should just do it. And I said the same thing. I said, I don't know how to get this started. So he gave me a list of a few people. There's maybe five Michigan artists, and they were singers and songwriters. And I reached out to them. They named people, then those people named people, and then the list grew and grew and grew. So then as that list started to grow, I had to bring on some other people to help out. So right now I've got 2 board members.
Okay.
That is Tim Miller and Montez Hall. Those guys have been, they work their butts off. They have a 9-to-5 job as well.
Yeah.
So, excuse me, they help out a lot when they can. We have our meetings and I lean on those guys a lot. But outside of the board, we do have a team of people that, they do things without wanting to be mentioned.
Yeah.
They're the
unsung
rider
heroes.
guys, the unsung heroes.
Yeah.
And they are the ones that have given so much support to this. One that I know would not want to be mentioned, but I will mention her, is my fiance, Jessica.
Shout out.
She, without her, this would have crumbled at the very beginning. She's been so supportive, but it's just been this collaborative effort really of a bunch of people. And we're working very hard to kind of keep things moving and keep it going to the next level. And I think that answers the question.
It does answer your question.
So,
I thought if you were going to keep talking, you were going to answer my last question.
Okay, well, then I won't talk anymore, so I won't answer your last question. But I do believe, since you kind of answered a question before I could ask it.
Sure. Well, it could be a silly question or something about one of the songs, or I don't know.
Come up with something on the spot, but so you've been doing this a little while. This isn't your first go around.
Yes. It is my 3rd recording.
Okay, so your 3rd recording, but this might be a multi-layered question.
Okay.
So I apologize. But okay. I'll start here. So when did you start your career? And,
wait, hold on.
Oh, did we lose me?
I think we lost you.
Hello.
Yeah, that's dying. Okay, hello. How about this? We're going to just pass the mic for the last one. Okay, so here's your last question. Oh, we got so close. That's okay. Okay.
Sorry. So when did you start your career, and at that point when you were starting, why jazz?
Yeah. I think that the overall philosophy that has led me to where I am is that every decision was because it made sense. No risk was something that I hadn't already had halfway completed. So every risk, every step taken was just the obvious next step, which was really important to me. So it was always, well, okay, if the next thing goes well, then we'll just keep going. And then if the next thing goes well, let's keep going. The why jazz is just because it's the type of community and the style that I like to sing. I like to be a part of the collaborative moments. I like to improvise. I like the music that is associated with it. This type of songs, the musicians. I love jazz musicians. I love the blues. I love the stories and the whole tradition. The tradition is so important to me, and I love the singers that I get to study and the attitudes and whatnot. So I grew up playing piano, and I kind of sang, but I didn't really sing until in choir in middle school. And even then I didn't really sing solos until I was in high school. And even then I never got a solo in choir. I always auditioned. I never got one. And I was intimidated by all the other singers who were like already like in voice lessons since age 1 and all of that. So it was a slow process of being exposed to it, singing it in the jazz band. My senior year of high school was the first time, and thinking, oh yeah, I like this. I want to be a part of this. I love the harmony. I love like the treatment of the delivery. I love the way of studying it, and just the overall everything about it is kind of why I chose that. And yeah, we're just gonna keep climbing. Okay, and my last question is, what does the Michigan Music Awards having coming up? Maybe I'm not sure when this will come out, but if there's anything in either December of 2025 or what are the plans for 2026, and how can people listening support?
So, as for the rest of 2025, assuming, whenever this comes out, we're hoping to do like an industry mixer / holiday party around Christmas, sometime in December. Not really around Christmas, because it gets a little hectic for everybody during the holidays. So we're thinking, maybe the beginning of the month sometime, but do like a little holiday mixer there. And then we will be opening up, or depending on when this comes out, they may already be open, our nominations for the 2026 Michigan Music Awards, which we will be having at the end of March next year. We're still currently, at this point in time while we're recording, we are still working on locking down a venue. So once that's settled, then we'll be making an announcement of exactly when the show is going to be and all of that stuff.
But people can support anytime.
But yeah, people can support anytime. You can absolutely support anytime. We absolutely love it. You don't have to be in the music business to support us. You just have to be in the music business in Michigan to be a member. But go to our website. It is michiganmusicawards.com. We have, the tab there with the bio that'll tell you all about us, what we do, how we started, our mission, basically. We have a donations tab for anybody that wants to donate. I don't make a paycheck. My board members don't make a paycheck. Nobody working with us currently makes a paycheck. All of the money goes right back into the organization to put forward for any kind of songwriter showcases we do, or the mixers, or any kind of events that we do. So we're hoping to get more support coming in, more financial support coming in. That way we can do much, much more in 2026 than we did in 25. But yeah, we're hoping to schedule at least, every month we want to try and do something. So we're looking at, again, throughout 26, we're looking at doing mixers, songwriter showcases. I've been working very hard on trying to get people into places that they don't necessarily play. So I've been working on, and I think I actually talked to you about this a little bit, and I've still been working very, very diligently with 20 Front Street to get a jazz show in there. They have never done one before. So we're crossing our fingers. If you guys see this, get back to me. Let's really make this happen. She is amazing. She will draw a crowd. I guarantee you will not be disappointed. And she's got friends that do this, so she knows people. I'm just saying we can make it happen. So yeah, we're just, any way anybody wants to support, doesn't even have to be monetarily. If you want to come out to an event and volunteer, please just email us, and we would be more than happy to have you come and volunteer. All the help helps.
I have an idea.
Oh yeah.
Another idea I'm sure that is helpful is liking their page.
Oh, yes.
Sharing.
You're better than...
Well, Michigan Music Awards is still newer. I've been doing this for like 6 years. And now I know I need to tell people, like my page, follow it, share it, blah, blah, blah. Because it's about spreading the word, which is exactly why I'm here. So I think that's what we have in common. We're trying to spread the word of these projects, these things. And I'm so glad that you could hang out. And I finished my tea. Did you enjoy your tea?
I just
it's so cozy. Yeah.
I've enjoyed this. Is delicious. Lavender something.
Lavender Earl Grey.
Oh my gosh, so good.
Mine was peppermint tea, so I feel nice and Christmassy. But all right. So that was super fun. Thanks for joining me, Matt. And all right. See ya.